What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Daily Smoke Live for Monday, 15th of August, right?
Yeah.
15th of August. Welcome back. As always, I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you enjoyed the TGIF. If you want to see more about what we did that day, what is it? Where can they go?
It's the
Instagram?
Puff. Yeah, we got some videos up on our Instagram account from the Puff Poetry event that we went to on Friday. Man, when I'm telling you that was such a fun night. It had been a while since I've been to a poetry show,
Yeah.
and that
I ain't never been to no poetry
and
show.
that was a great
That was
like
cool.
if you never been to a poetry show before, that was like the perfect introduction
Right.
to what a poetry show
Right,
could be
right,
like. You
right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? Because that shows you how I mean, people think, a lot of people think about poetry and they think, oh, it's snooty, a lot of people who think they know big words and stuff like that.
Right.
But really, man, the modern poetry scene is down to earth.
It was pretty cool. I had a good time. It was the way they did it, and they popped up, and the way the dude ended it and shit.
right.
So
I love
that's what part you liked.
That was my favorite part, man.
Yeah. So check out our Instagram,
What's up, Ron?
Facebook.
Ron's on the chat.
What's up? What is it?
Ronnie Deadfoot.
Ronnie Deadfoot. What's up, Ronnie Deadfoot? Hope everything's good. Hope that foot is coming back to life and shit.
Ronnie Deadfoot.
Yeah. So
That's his new karate
that's his
name.
new karate name. Donnie Deadfoot.
Uh,
Yeah. So when he kick you, he don't feel it because the foot is dead.
right,
You don't know he hit you.
man.
Yeah. So they can find that on what, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, it should be up on our Instagram and our Facebook. It's up as Reels. So if y'all on Instagram and you know how to go to the Reels tab on an account, just go to our Reels tab and they'll be right there. It's probably about 4-5 videos that I recorded. Some of them is from a young lady who was singing, and I honestly wish I could have got her name.
I know I forget.
But
what
she
her
had
name
a beautiful voice, man.
was
Yeah,
good.
she was really hitting some of them notes, and I was like, okay. And so go check that out. But then some of the videos were of the actual poets while they were doing their poetry stuff. So
You got some of that I'm so dope stuff.
yeah,
that was
exactly.
pretty
I
cool.
caught the
Kept
beginning.
going.
I caught the beginning,
That
but I
dude-
started it after the mess up. Remember
Okay.
when the mic wasn't
Oh,
working
yeah,
right,
yeah.
and
So
so
when
he
he
had to get
started
up on
up
stage.
there, that
So
was
when he
cool.
got up on stage, that's when I started
He had
recording.
his
So
mom
yeah.
back there in the back.
That was really dope too, to be
Yeah.
able to bring your mom out on stage and be like, "Mom, this is what I do.
Right.
I'm staying out of trouble, Mom. I'm
what I'm
doing
doing."
some good.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
cool.
talking shit about Trump. But I'm not getting into it.
But I mean, if you
It was
think
cool though. It was real nice. I like
It-
the way they did that.
if you think about it though, one of the things that you see very often is you see cats doing poetry who you almost think of as like MCs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very fine line, and you even have some poets who cross the line and some MCs who cross the line. I've seen both.
It was like nice battle rap.
Right, like friendly battle rap. Like
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you, but nigga, I'm still the best.
I'm talking about me right now.
Right. We're just
that's
talking
what
about
it's-
me
that's what it
right
felt
now.
like to me. I could see them, battle rapping a certain way.
But it's really some interesting shows, and it was called the Puff Poetry. So if y'all want to look that up, they do have a website. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any links up for them, but I might see if I can find one to put up on
I
our
know
see if they have a
perform
Facebook or
at
something.
that place at Tribeca.
Yeah,
They
it-
perform there all year long.
And if y'all know about the Tribeca on Emancipation, that's where the event was. So if you know the venue, it's a really nice venue, man. It was kind of intimate. It wasn't a huge place,
Right.
so it was still nice. And it was an all white event, so everybody was dressed out. It was real cool, man. Real cool.
Well, they saw that on TGIF. We showed them a little bit.
Oh yeah, we did do kind of like our little walk in,
Right. So just make sure go check out those reels so you can see what else we saw there that day because it was really interesting. I said it was my first poetry thing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna get on stage and start doing their thing, each individual, but the way they broke it down, coming from different areas of this venue, that was cool.
And after probably the first two, when I realized they was gonna be popping up like that, I started looking for them.
Right.
And so while one would be talking, I'd be like, oh, okay, he's gonna come up from over there. All right, oh, okay, he gonna come up. She gonna pop up from over there.
Yeah.
I started looking for him then, and to me that just added to the fun. It was like, where they gonna come up next?
I found the one lady got up, and I thought it was her, and she sat back down, and it was another lady over here that the girl with the long.
Oh yeah, I do
This
remember
lady
that.
stood
Yeah.
up first and walked, and then came back down, and but I didn't see her mouth move. I'm thinking, and then I looked, and then sister came up from over here.
She just so happened, I think, to stand up like right then, and I was like,
Right. I was like, okay, I guess that was part of the whole thing.
like, sis, don't you know you're supposed to stay down during this part of the show?
It's not your turn.
But yeah, man, it was a really good show. If y'all get the chance to go, I'm sure they have a Facebook, Instagram, or something like that. So please look up the Puff Puff poetry events. I think they said this was the one we went to was the year anniversary. Right. I just don't know if they do a monthly or
see, I don't know how often. Remember that lady that said every time I come by on the weekend, this is always crowded. What's going on here? So I don't know if they do every weekend. You know.
Okay.
And some of the people, they must follow him because, you know, some of the guys, as they were doing their thing, the audience knew exactly what they're getting ready to say. Yeah. That must be what he says when he does this, and they follow him.
But even back in the day when I used to go to poetry like shows and stuff like that, that was a common thing because at certain spots, you're going to have certain cats who come in there all the time. And so if you become a fan of them, you know some of their filler phrases, you know what I'm saying? So and they have they develop these little catchphrases that they get. So like the audience can kind of be like, oh nigga, that's what you know they know that line, so they gonna chime in, yeah.
They did that quite a bit with the one dude that left, like striped shirt.
Oh yeah.
They knew his shit.
He had a lot of. I think some of his were rap lyrics, like song lyrics. So I think that's what. Yeah, I think it was some song lyrics. So I think that's why a lot of people was able to catch on to some of his. I got the sense that he was incorporating some song lyrics, and
that went with what he was talking about with being so dope.
Yeah.
You know, it was cool though the way some of the what do they call those? What do they call them when they say something it means something else?
Double entendre,
something like that. Some of those when they would do some of those about how dope they were.
Oh,
cool.
The metaphors.
Yeah, that metaphor. So I was like, okay. I said, this was nice. It was nice though. It was nice atmosphere. There was drink. There was smoke. You get your smoke on. And when I say smoke, I'm like Rosie Lolo type smoke on. It was cool. The lady, what was it? Essential Palms.
Yeah, Essential Palms, man.
He probably made the most money.
See, so he bought some purple stuff from her, but I bought an edible.
Purple.
Ooh, man, that edible was no joke.
Granola, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a granola bar.
Right.
The only complaint that I will say is that it was real hard. So like, hope your dental work is up to par if you get the granola. Yeah. But I think if I had gone with one of the cereal bars, I probably wouldn't have had as hard a time because she did have cereal bars. I was just trying to be like pseudo healthy and shit and get granola. So that's my fault for being, trying to be, everybody know granola ain't healthy. This shit's covered in sugar and syrup.
How was it though? It was good.
The taste of it was actually good. The damn kicked
it later on.
Oh, and it was it stretched. Like I told you, I ate the last piece Saturday night when I was over here, and so from Saturday night till probably about midday Sunday, I was still high. And it wasn't just like it wasn't like a low level high. It was like still substantial. So yeah, she definitely makes
the edibles. Yeah, Essential Palm is the name of this lady. We'll probably put the link up in the description later.
Yeah, we're gonna get her on. I think
actually she wanted to come on to the show.
So I wanna have her on because we need to hook her and the ladies from Lifted Lemonade. Right? We need to make a competition.
Right. Lemonade and some pound cake.
Ooh. Could you imagine if you sitting back, you drinking, you sipping on some, and then you eating on some?
Man,
ooh,
you would be out there.
And man, you talk about it in outer space.
In about an hour, you'd be sitting with your loaf. Man, I'm not even here. I'm like,
what?
Somewhere the fuck else.
You talking to me? Man.
But sometimes I just like to get just the right balance, and that's good enough. I don't want to go too far, I don't go not enough. Get the right balance. Sometimes it depends on how I'm feeling. It intensifies that feeling. If I'm cold is cold. If I'm hot is hot.
And see, that's the thing about weed though, because your mind state when you smoke, it really gonna depend on how your high comes out.
Right.
Right. So people think, I smoke weed, you know, to make me feel better. No, that's not what it's for.
No.
Like, you have to make you feel better, and then you smoke, and you'll feel even better. If you smoke and you down, you're probably just gonna wind up feeling more down.
Right. I'm not down. It's gonna make me sleep. But I don't know. I must be some of that indica shit. Makes you go to sleep. But I'm not trying to get high to go to sleep. I'm trying to get high so I can be up. Hey, up. And go. But there's times that I do have that, and I be go. I don't go to sleep, man. Next day I'm hurt real bad because I ain't slept all night long. It's just I can't go to sleep. It's like I'll start feeling sleepy, go in the room, wide awake, looking at the ceiling. Get up, come back here, feel sleepy, keep going back and forth. But finally, eventually, I end up falling asleep right here because the heat, that shit puts me to sleep.
Oh yeah. It's like being in a just a warm bath, sitting out in this humidity, man.
TV be watching me and shit. You know, like, oh, he fell asleep again. Look, y'all, check it out. So whatever's on the TV, they're watching me. Man, that's normally what happens. So what's up, Bobby Blackhand back in the back?
Oh, we got Tamia's touch of care in the house. What's up, Miss Tamia? Touch my body.
So hey, luckily she chimed in because now it's time for our sponsors. Again, Bangin' 832 Radio, www.bangin832.com. You can see past episodes of the Daily Smoke on Sundays at 7 o'clock. Plus, they got all kind of other stuff. It's a radio station. Go listen to some Houston, down-home Houston music. Right? And support them. And they got other stuff. They got other podcasts, too. They do that. And then, speaking of touch my body, Tamia's Touch of Care Massage Therapy, www.tamiaanderson.com. To get with life, get a massage.
Trying to tell you.
You know?
Oh, and she also does personal training. Don't forget.
Training,
so if you're trying to, so she'll work your muscles out, and then she'll help you get the knots out once you're done with the workout, so you can get the full service. You know.
Right. She likes that. That's part of the commercial now.
That's yours. We copyrighted it just for you.
That's Ron's section. And then the South Park Coalition 35th anniversary concert, September 10th from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the Scout Bar at 18307 Egret Bay Boulevard here in H-Town, 77058. You can get tickets on Eventbrite, $25, VIP are $50, or $30 at the door for just general admission. And if you want to know anything about any one of our sponsors, and there's much more people that you've seen come onto the show that we go ahead and put their images on our website. Go to www.thedailysmoke.com. and you get all the information you need about our sponsors. Click the little picture and boom, it'll take you right to their stuff. So, so help support them, because they've been here, you've seen what they're about. So if you think that, you want to support them because they got something good going, go ahead and support them, like Lifted Lemonade, what you call it, a Smooth Bully.
Yeah, for real.
Go get some hats and shirts.
Man, check out Smooth Bully stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Right. And then for donations, it's $ Cash App, $TD Smoke. And then, of course, the last one is the Shrine of the Black Madonna. Has the original Buy Black Marketplace, Black Vendor Market, Book, and Art Fairs. And they're looking for vendors. So if you have something you want to sell and you have a Black-owned business, go down there and they'll help get supporters in there for you to buy your stuff. So make sure you go. And again, this month is Black owner or Black business
Black-owned business month.
Yeah, something like
Black
that.
Black-owned business.
So make sure y'all check that out. And that's at 5309 MLK Boulevard. And that really is on MLK. Y'all know TGIF.
Look, if you
really is on MLK.
If you in Houston and you don't know about the Shrine of the Black Madonna, then you might have your black card revoked, because you need to. Even if you've never been there, you should have at least heard of the Shrine of the Black Madonna at some point living in Houston. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's an iconic place.
Yeah, so make sure y'all go check all that out. And then, of course, always go to our website, and that's where you'll know anything about us. You'll have, all the upcoming events. That's where you can click to come and have an experience with us. And that's what we want. Make sure, though, you hit that like button. Always hit that like button and share. We need to get as many people to know about us as possible, because that way we can become really, truly what we really are.
We're trying to grow,
instead of being the best unknown, we'd be the best known podcast around, because it's all about the people. It's the people's podcast.
And I mean, realistically, folks, if y'all do like what we're putting out, if y'all do like the content that we're bringing you, we hope that y'all do. We always ask for feedback because we figured the best way to make our audience happy is by listening to our audience.
Right.
So if y'all tell us what y'all want to talk, what y'all want to hear about, we definitely will try to bring it to you. Thing about it is we need y'all to tell folks about us.
Right. Better yet, come bring it here and you can talk about it
Right.
yourself.
You come
Talk
on
about it with us.
You come on and you tell all your people, hey, I'm going on a podcast. And guess what's going to happen? They watch.
And then they'll know about us.
And then they'll know about us. So
share.
Please.
Like 7 o'clock every day, 7 o'clock. We got Taboo Tuesdays with the Word Mortician. We got Daily Smoke Live on Wednesdays. And then
Taboo Tuesdays.
And
then we got the Long Live the Arts
Thursdays. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
and then we got the Nessa Bolin show, which is going to be
first Thursday of each month.
First Thursday of each month. And that's, what was the title?
Talk About It Thursday, the happiest hour.
Talk About It Thursday, the happiest hour with Lady D.
And it's all about wellness, and that's all the way around wellness. Wellness real. So
when I'm telling you,
into that.
You want to watch the Nessa Bolin shows. Her live events have been, for some people, life-changing.
Right.
So you definitely want to check her out. She really wants to try to help people. Right. And if you're willing to listen, she'll help you.
Right.
Trust me. So just tune into her program. Yeah. It's gonna be nice when y'all get a chance to take a look at it.
And when you do watch it, make sure y'all, chat with her. She'll be there chatting with you. So
yeah, for sure.
But it's not something they can call in and
but
talk at the time.
Hey,
if she has guests, they'll come in as guests and sit, and then whatever part of the wellness wheel you want to sit with her, let her know, and we're more than happy to have you on.
But if you want to, and I'm sure we'll probably set it up some way through the website, I'm sure. But if you do want to reach out to her after a show or a particular topic might be discussed for further encouragement or guidance, we're going to have something where you can get a hold of her. Even if y'all just email, the regular Gmail account, and we'll make sure she gets it.
Yep.
So that way she can try to reach out to you maybe on a direct level, or you can come to one of her events when the next one, I think she said, is in October, right?
October, yeah. The next,
so you can come to one of her events where you can not only get the chance to meet her in person, but we damn sure gonna be there. Yeah, so you get to meet us in person too. In case you might feel a little intimidated to come on the show.
Meet us all.
Right?
So yeah, so you get to meet us all there. So yeah, you want to check those. First Thursday of each month. Talk About It Thursday, the happiest hour with Lady D. That's a book.
That Nola baby.
Right now, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up,
Tim?
Word
Mortician. We got the Nessa in the house. What's up?
There,
See,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, B. Sorry, we sorry.
This song, my arcade would be open. Bring your quarters and the 8 drink minimum.
Bobby gonna throw a beer bottle at us if we don't talk about the arcade. So yeah, we got Black Hands Arcade coming up. So if y'all got to see the episode we did a while back where we played a game called Vampire, and you thought that was interesting or it might be something you want to check out, we got a really cool game coming up that we're gonna play called Pathless. So if you want to check, maybe do some research and see what it's about, we're gonna give y'all about an hour of play time of
just
that.
For the art.
Man, the game is just amazingly beautiful, man.
Watch that if you're into games.
And that's the same developer who was doing that other game, that dinosaur game that we saw.
That's
the same. It's the same company. Yeah, Annapurna. Okay.
That. So if you want to watch that, watch them play this game. It's real nice. And again, it's Bobby Black Hands Arcade. Black Hand Arcade.
Yeah.
Bring your quarters and it's 8 drink minimum, according to what he says. So make sure.
Now, it don't have to be an alcoholic drink. You can drink stuff. I mean, you can drink like Kool-Aid, but you gotta drink 8 drinks.
You gotta drink lifted lemonade. So that you really spend all your quarters. You want all the
shoot, so you can sink into that couch and play right.
You be done, then all of a sudden the game enhances and shit.
Right across the street, you got Joyful Chicken. So all this down.
There is no gaming like when you got a good high going and you get into a game you're playing. That's
with everything getting high. Whatever you're doing, get high and up there.
That is true. Yeah.
Like I said, if you're in a good mood, it's gonna make you feel better. Other than that, it takes away pain and shit. And
Yeah.
anxiety and shit like that. So
Takes the edge off for stuff.
get you thinking deeper than you should be thinking.
Have you ever tried just straight CBD?
I have had some CBD, but I mean, I don't. If it's helping me, I don't know it yet. I feel no different. I had some cream my brother gave me once in my back muscle.
Okay.
Man, that shit made that shit go away. I'm like, how the fuck this cream? That shit was no damn pain. I'm like, okay.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
I remember I used to have back pain. My brother had some. I forget what he had. He said, hey man, put that on there. I started rubbing that on there. All of a sudden I started feeling that pain go away. I'm like, man, this cream is something else. I'm like, okay.
I took a break from smoking for a while. This was maybe like a year ago, and I want to say maybe like 2-3 months. And then I tried some CBD, just straight CBD, and smoked it. And honestly, dude, I could feel it. It wasn't like being high from like regular, but you just felt extra like chill. Like every like even my heartbeat felt like it slowed down a bit, just it is just the relaxation part of weed, essentially, when you smoke it like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
To try that shit. I don't know if I can go 3 months without smoking weed.
Because the problem is that if you have too much THC in your system, you won't be able to feel it. And so I just so happened to be taking a break, and
at least you got to see that.
but I got to actually get the feeling. Get the feeling of it, get to really see how it does. So yeah,
we need the CBD just to be able to stop smoking weed to do the experiment.
that's true. And it does for me. It made really like deep sleep. Yeah. Like, if you tired and having trouble like staying asleep, I could see that being a real big help for people who have trouble sleeping.
Amy takes it, helps her not smoke so much. So
really?
Some CBD, it kind of calms her nerves when she's having a nick.
I never heard of anybody using it to avoid cigarettes, but that's interesting.
Yeah,
if it helps, I mean, hey,
it helps her a little bit. I mean, she still got to smoke, but it calms her time when she's having that. Ready to kill everybody because she was a cigarette real bad. That kind of calms that down. So I think that's when she, as Tiffany would say, that's when she takes her breath. She eats the CBD, takes her breath, and okay, I won't kill everybody.
Yeah,
I can wait.
Like, okay, we good. I can hold off. I can finish cooking this dinner and be done.
Right. So what time? It's about time to get in. I don't know what we're gonna get into, man, because the actual topic was, what was it? Spirituality and religion.
Spirituality and religion. How do they compare, or is there a difference between the two?
I don't know much to say because I'm not very religious. I'm not too spiritual either. I mean, I know me and what I believe in. And,
yeah, and you know me, I'm an atheist, so it doesn't. I grew up, of course.
So you got the two wrong motherfuckers we talking about this shit.
But we can give it a stab. We can give it a stab. But bottom line is, man, we could okay, being black, being from the South, I grew up. I wasn't in the church because my mom wasn't the kind to make you go to church on Sunday and Wednesday. I pretty much stopped going to church on a regular basis between the ages of like 5 and probably like 16. Like, I started going at 16 again just because my friends would go and I could meet girls at church. So, that was what that was for.
Heathen?
Oh, I was unabashedly a heathen. Yeah. but you grow up with certain beliefs just kind of always being told to you, certain things always being told to you. So, and like we were talking about before the show, it indoctrinates you to a certain way of thinking and how you interact with the world and the filter that you put the world through. But not to go too far off on a tangent either way. So, needless to say, I've had some experience with religion and I've had some experience with spirituality. Okay. Just in my own personal journey, I like I said, I was raised basically a Baptist kind of Christian background. And then as I got older, I looked into different things as far as, I studied Nation of Islam, Wicca, I even looked into shamanism at one point.
Condom, wicked,
No, that's witchcraft, man.
witchcraft.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
So you were trying to be a wizard.
I mean, it was interesting, and I wanted to understand, like what was behind it, what was it actually teaching? Because of course, coming from a Christian background, you look at something like that, you go, oh, that's devil shit,
Right.
But I think that coupled with my natural curiosity, it just kind of drew me to it. So it was because it was something that I wasn't supposed to, fuck with. It made me want to fuck with it more. Not saying I was a practitioner or anything. I wasn't, but I read books about it. Learned how it came about because it is a creation. It's not some ancient practice or nothing like that. A dude, I think it was like in the 50s or 60s or something, invented the shit. He came up with the idea by combining a bunch of old European beliefs from their pagan days back before the church took over. So it just combined a bunch of different things. Yeah,
Like
and
all the other shit.
but I mean, it's the Christian church actually wiped out the pagan systems that existed in Europe so thoroughly that a lot of that shit has just been lost because they declared all of their beliefs, heretic or whatever, or blasphemous, and outlawed it. If you got caught practicing it, you was accused of witchcraft, burnt at stake, drowned, and all these other things. So they wiped out like a lot of those old belief systems, even in Europe, just because of the Catholic Church and the way that it had such an iron fist over everything, back then.
It's either this or we're gonna torture your ass. Well, eventually I'm gonna say this. I won't be torturing no goddamn more. I grew up Roman Catholic, so like I said, I respect it. I'm not okay. We got a call.
Is that a call? Yeah. Oh, that's Miss Scales. Got it?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Who we got? The word Morticia. What's up?
Very much so, Ron.
So you made this comment that like the worst ones to have a conversation, but in real life you're the best ones because you're the least heard. I'm here for it. I'm enjoying the show.
Oh, okay. And I only say that because, like I said, he's an atheist, and my religious beliefs are a lot different than that. I don't really follow too much religion.
Don't you appreciate good things, peace, love, and understanding?
Yeah, that would be my spirituality and shit. That's the part of my spirituality where I believe in how things should be anyways,
Yeah.
but doesn't follow a certain religion though. And like I was saying, I grew up Roman Catholic, so like I said, I respect it all, and hey, I know what's up, and I respect everybody's opinion, and you never know because I don't know if it's real or not, so I'm gonna respect it because you never know. It may be just real, but I'm gonna opt to find out till when I die. I'll know whether I was right or wrong, so I'll wait till then.
I feel you. See, I believe if you believe it is, and even though we might have differences in opinions based on what's supported by a fact we read, saw, or experienced, you still good people, and I love you. So I feel like we should all be listening to this greatness because even though you might not follow a practice, your practice is still spirituality. So your religion is spirituality. Because
Right.
religion is a practice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, thank you.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you for
Hey,
calling
what's
in,
up?
though. We'll give anybody else. Yeah, come on, y'all. Let's talk about this because, like I said, she says we're the best ones for it. So maybe we are, but like I said, I don't know much about religion. I don't study it. I don't practice it. I practice my own beliefs, and not even so much practice. This is how I live my life. This is what I do.
Right.
And a lot of it has to do, like you said, is there any difference? Not much of a difference because it's kind of the same type thing. You're following a certain guideline. Said this one over here is a group that says this is how it should be. Over here, this is what I'm saying it should be for me.
One of the things that I saw or that I read about it said that religion is external, and spirituality is internal.
Right.
So a lot of times religion is going to be defined by the practices, the outward things you do, to going to church every Sunday,
Right.
to going to Bible study on Wednesday, participating in the choir, helping out with the performance that you put on,
Right.
to show that you are a member of this church. And so religion is tied up in a lot of those activities, those group activities.
Right.
But
what the masses said, this is how we're going to do things.
the spirituality is more of your own personal connection to what you deem divine. You know, so if and you know that could apply to any religion. So if you are a Buddhist and you worship in Buddha, you're Christian, you worship in God, Muslim, Allah, your personal connection to the divine and how you interpret that and how that affects you and your activities, that's the spirituality. So that could be if you believe in a single God, if you believe in multiple gods, if you whatever.
There is no divine. There is no divine. To me, that's religion when I'm looking for the divine. The divine, I'm the divine. I'm trying to make my life the way I want it to be, and I know how to be a good person and shit.
Okay.
You know, why do I need to believe in a God or somebody that's supposed to save me when I know I ain't did shit that bad that should save me? I'm being good. You know, this is how I'm going to do it. You know, so and I'm looking for what I feel. This is how I feel things should be. I know some of them fall along with what you're saying it should be, but there's certain things that as I'm going, I'm doing it this way. I'm going to get to the same place for me that it is for you, except when you get there, you're going to meet Jesus and God and all that. For me, I don't know what I'm going to meet. So when I get there, that's what it's going to be. And that's what I was.
Whatever happens.
Either way, if you get to go somewhere good because you were good, then I know I'm going to get to go somewhere good too. You know, it just
Even if I go someplace that's all right.
you know, we're good with that. But I'm going to opt to find out once I'm gone, then I'll know whether I was right or wrong. And it's either going to be, damn, guess I should have been to church every day, or, ooh, this is nice. You know,
I mean, if
I believed in what,
and that's even if it's that dichotomy, because it could be something wholly different, and we have no way to know until it happens to us. You know,
somebody goes and
it
comes
could
back.
it could be an end, it could be a black wall, and that's it.
Sometimes
or-
I think, yeah, fade to black. That's it. See you bye.
My personal belief is, like they say, energy doesn't, you know, energy is never lost or created. It just changes state, you know, or matter, I think it is.
Energy does not disappear. It dissipates.
Yeah, you can't create or destroy it. It just might change form. So
And just out there.
so there's some part of us, I believe, that continues on. Now, what it does, where it goes, and how that happens, I don't know. But I do believe there's some part of us that continues on. So, you know,
Comes back.
You
Some of us
have
come back.
atheists who atheists.
I don't know if I believe in reincarnation, because I know if I manage to escape this mortal world with some remnants of my consciousness and what this life was like, I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't want to. Now, if there's some system in place that makes me have to, okay, whatever. But I wouldn't want to do this again. Are you kidding me? Earth sucks.
You just wouldn't know that you did it already.
That's like those memes you see nowadays. Earth is ghetto. You know?
Right.
I would not do this. Would not recommend. 3 out of 10. No.
Like, don't do this shit again.
Earth is just fucking ghetto.
Unless you come back with a whole lot of money, then it's a whole different earth.
Well, yeah. You got that damn right. Shit.
That's why we don't see aliens.
Why couldn't I have been born into a rich family, Los?
You know,
You
hey,
know?
that's just the
No, you
luck of the
just
draw, man. But hey,
And
but we still got to make it good. However we got drawn, hey, fuck it. We're gonna get to where we're gonna make that money.
But I honestly believe, though, a person can be born rich and not necessarily be evil or be spoiled to the point of, you know, like being rotten. I think what they can be is blind to certain things because they've never had to think about them or never had to deal with them. You know, you don't think about a lot of things that you deal with in your daily life because they're automatic and easy for you. But the minute you travel to another country and you have to try to communicate to somebody in a different language, those simple little interactions all of a sudden become difficult. And it's the same kind of thing. They don't, in their world, certain things are just done, you know, or just happen. And if it's been that way your whole life, it's a little bit more difficult to step outside of that and say, or it takes effort, I should say.
Right.
Not that it can't be done, because there are some that do it, but it takes effort for people to step outside of that gilded cage and say, oh, wait, there's a real world out here, you know. We just need more. I wish more of the rich people would actually do that and really be able to, like, say, okay, look, yeah, we got a lot of money, but
We need Ron to call in. That's what we need.
It's good.
Nah, man, that brother in pain, man. When
You gonna need Jesus to
Yeah, when it-
ankles.
when it's bad, I know how it can be. When it's bad, it's bad. The last thing you want to be trying to do is sit up and talk on the phone. So I feel him on that one. But that's all right, man. You take care of yourself, brother, because we need you back 100%. But take the time you need to get there. And if there's anything you need, you just need to holler, man.
So anyone else want to call in and get in on this conversation today? Please call in. Y'all know the number. What is it?
All right.
281
So let's see.
968 1029, something like that, I think.
So you know me, I love definitions, right?
Right.
So I went and I did my definition thing with spirituality and with religion to kind of see what they say. And if I remember right, this is from the Oxford Dictionary. It was spirituality, the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Involves the recognition of a feeling or sense or belief. So a feeling or sense or belief that there is something greater than myself, something more to being human than sensory experience, and that the greater whole of which we are part is cosmic or divine in nature. So for spirituality, it's kind of what I was really trying to touch on earlier. It's like the spirituality part, because it's so open to your personal interpretation, it can be anything, and you have nowadays, especially if you become popular, you hear people say it all the time, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, and what that basically means is people are getting away from the dogmatic processes that go along with religion and trying to get back to something that's truer and more personal to them. At least that's the way I take it. The way when I see people talk about it and different things that I've read about it, that's what I see, is that people are really just trying to establish some kind of personal connection with something that is bigger than themselves. Some people that takes the form of personal interpretations of God and their relationship with, Jesus and all of this. But nowadays, because a lot of those stigmas about alternate religions and things like that have really kind of fallen away, you have people bringing back African practices. You have people going back, especially if you got people with Caribbean backgrounds. Some of them are starting to bring back those kind of practices from the Santeria and the voodoo and the voodoo and all of that kind of stuff. All of those practices now are coming more to the forefront because you have a younger generation that's really open to at the very least looking into them. My ex-mother-in-law would have probably turned over in her grave when I let my daughter start practicing Wicca. She wanted to practice, and this was maybe like 15, 16, something like that. And so she wanted to start, and I got her some books to teach her about it, and she learned some things. And for a little while, it lasted for maybe about a year, and then she lost interest in it. But it gave her the experience, something outside of, the regular Christian faith that gives her an opportunity to see what else is out there. I don't try to push religion on my kids, man. I try to give them information, and I let them make their own choices.
Just go read what each one is about and see if that's how you want to be. If not, you can do it by yourself.
My oldest son recently converted to Islam.
Yeah.
That was surprising. Yeah.
Mr. Dude.
Oh yeah, he goes to the mosque and everything, man. He even got some sandals.
He was always in the
he man. Actually though, I will not lie. Some of those clothes, like those long shirts that they wear, I do like the way that looks, man.
Yes.
That shit just look fly because you like it. It look comfortable first of all,
Right.
because it's like a big pajama shirt. It's
You
just
gonna bring us some bean pies and shit when he starts selling them?
it's no man. He ain't Nation of Islam, dude. That's a whole nother horse. But now that I might have had to say something about. But anyway, no, I don't really have no problems with Nation of Islam. If it works for you, hey, do it. But bottom line is, I think there's a lot of room out there right now for people to be able to explore spirituality outside of the framework of religion.
Right.
And
you
that's
still use that framework even in your spirituality.
you can,
You
and
still
but
use that framework.
but that's where that personal interpretation comes from, because you know what I might look at the experiences of my life and say, okay, well, this, you know, beliefs, I believe my ancestors are watching over me, because that one time when I was in trouble and I swore I heard my granny voice telling me, baby, get up and get out of here, you know, whatever your experience may be. I've heard stories like that. So cool. If that's what you think, then you have people now who practicing, you know, their ancestors. I told my kids, I said, if y'all ever want to summon me after I die, you know, you want to, you know, invoke the spirit of daddy. I said, you gotta open 2 beers. I said, you gotta sit down and have one. I say, and then you gotta say, and you have to actually roll it. So you have to roll a joint, and then you puff and you set it on the ashtray and give me my turn. And then you just keep going back and forth and you drink your beer. And I say, and I'll be there. I'll be in that other seat. I will be there. You know,
neck bones in the background.
And you don't know that could actually happen.
hey man, I do believe that there is something to be said for blood ties, especially when it's close family. You know, when my and this is going off on a tangent, but when my ex-wife was pregnant, when she was having issues, I could feel it. I'd be at work. I call her before she get a chance to call me. You know,
Something wrong.
hey, what's going on? You know, and she's like, what? Like, is everything okay? No, I'm not all right. Okay, I'll be home. She didn't even tell me what, because I knew something was wrong. You know, so I do believe that there's something to be said for blood ties. Yeah, and if my kids tried to call me back, you know, I gotta come back, check on them, see if there's anything I could do. You know, nudge them on them lottery numbers, be like, go ahead, make the family rich, come on.
Mm-hmm. I would hope that I'm always watching them, so I know that when you need summons me,
Right.
I got you anyway.
If there is
That's
any,
what that does. If that's what happened.
I think if there's any way, I think to me as a parent, and of course, who knows, because you have to remember, if we're talking about like a spirit leaving a body, then once you're outside of the physical limit, the limitations of the physical, your perception could be such that a biological family, you realize that that's a very small, unimportant thing in the bigger things that you have access to now. So it is possible. I mean, and I try to think of all the different scenarios that could happen, but that's just one possibility. Because if you think about it, going on my personal beliefs, if you think of like a body, consciousness turning into energy. So if you're energy, you could travel at the speed of light. You could move around the cosmos in ways that no living body or being could do. Imagine what you could see and learn if you could move in that way. Imagine what
that's the thing. If you could see and learn,
but
or if you even knew that was you.
Like right now, there's the theory of dark matter in the universe. So basically, they're saying that like the universe, like the way that gravity moves in the universe, long explanation short, the way that gravity moves in the universe doesn't match up with the amount of matter that's in the universe. So all the planets and stuff like that don't add up to enough mass to make gravity act the way it does. So they figured out that there's got to be something else out there that we're not seeing, that we just haven't figured out how to detect. That's this dark matter. This matter that exists in such a way that we can't see it. It doesn't reflect any light or anything like that, but it's out there. And so what if that dark matter is just energy from all the life that's been, in the universe?
That would be cool. But we won't know until we get there. I want to live forever.
Bed sheet.
I want to live
Dark
forever.
matter like a bed sheet. It's that military precision where there's no wrinkles or nothing. But if you put a marble on there, it makes an indent. You put another one bigger over here, it makes an indent. But that it's not the planets or the marble. It's the in between. It's like, okay, it's
Us. That's
Right.
the energy of humans. We're taking.
It'd be interesting. I mean, that's why I say I've lost. Well, that's kind of off subject, but I've lost the fear of death just because I'm not afraid of the unknown.
I don't never want to die.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm just not afraid of it when it happens.
I want to see what happens and shit.
I'm curious. I'm not trying to get there in a rush or nothing, mind you. But I can't.
And I would be okay seeing how my children turn out.
That would be so cool
I would be okay
if you
with
could see it. You know, that would be so cool.
What you gotta do while you're still
that.
alive?
I'd be okay seeing them dead way, as they're older. We'll see. Hey, until we die, we won't know what the fuck is out there anyway, whether it's spiritual or religious. It may be both. Who knows?
Some wild stuff, man. Look into shamanism. It's
Shamanism.
That's wild stuff, man. Because that's where you get into going into trances and some beliefs. Some, you know, like you have some Native American tribes that take peyote and stuff.
Mhm.
Like that's a part of their religion. So for them, that helps you get into the spirit realm. And that's what they do is they shaman go into the spirit realm, and then they can interpret things that they find there, or find cures for diseases and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like that.
Let me
So-
ask you a quick question. You've heard of astral projection, right?
Yeah.
Astral
That's
projection.
it's in that. Yeah, it's kind of in that same family where you leave, like the spirit leaves the physical body behind, and you can travel around in this spirit realm that exists.
peyote world and shit.
I mean, you can call it what you want.
I'm gonna
Different
have to
belief
try
systems
that.
call it different things.
I might
Yeah.
try for that shit. See what
I-
it does.
However you want to get.
Only thing is, I might not come back the same.
Well, ideally, that's the point.
I come back like way out there.
Ideally, that's the point. You're supposed to come back different. But back then, the people who could do that kind of stuff and go into these trances and all that kind of stuff, we consider them shaman or wise, you know, people and masters of mystical knowledge and stuff like that. But nowadays, we treat those people as insane.
Oh, you get high.
He's just high.
You know that boy on that shit. No,
All right, check it out. I told y'all next week what's gonna happen.
but that's what I'm saying.
So
So
it happens. Don't blame me. I try to help y'all.
we have.
Actually, I think like certain things just like in dreams and just some of my dreams that actually came to provision 2 or 3 days after. So I'm like, okay, did I just do this before it happened?
I threaten my future. and everything.
It runs in my ex-wife's family. Her mom, her, and I think if I remember correctly, her grandmother all have dreams that come true. And like it'd be like sometimes it'd be like in major stuff, but then sometimes it would be like even little mundane stuff. Like one time we had some ants that got into our bathroom and was calling up a mirror. And when she walked in and saw them, she was like, because she was like, John, you remember I told you about that dream with the ants? Because that morning she got up and checked the bathroom for ants and there was none. But this was like a month later,
She saw that shit.
and she would see stuff like that. She would have those all the time. It was kind of spooky, just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the kind of shit that she would dream
I
sometimes.
used to always say, man, I wish I could invent something you put on your head and go to sleep and it records your dreams.
I've been movies.
I told you about that they now have figured out ways to communicate with people while they dream it.
That's crazy.
Man, two-way communication with somebody while they dream it.
Exception shit.
And if you can learn how to lucid dream, you could do it.
Actually, sometimes I've just body and mind still sleep, but just reaching with just below that level or just that line just before it's going to land sleep, and I know that I'm dreaming. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have fun with this, and then
But
You
that's
know when you're in a dream.
that's what a lucid dream is. When you know that you're in a dream, so you know you have control over it. I've had it happen to me a few times over the course of like spread out over years. But a couple times where I'll be dreaming about something and I'll be like, wait a minute, this is a dream. And then the minute I realize it's a dream, either one or two things happen. Either one, I wake up, or two, I can take control of it and I start making what I want happen.
yeah.
So yeah,
It's a weird feeling, but
I love it when I can get those kind of dreams.
You can do anything you want. It's a dream. You can do whatever the fuck
Oh,
you
I
want.
have.
Do whatever you want.
With the couple times I was able to take over a dream, yeah, man, I made it fun.
People just gonna show up out of nowhere.
yeah, sometimes I sit here like, okay, I'm levitating, I'm flying, like, no, this is a dream. You know what? I'm gonna have fun with this. Levitating skill, you know. I'm starting to fucking, just fucking around my dream.
Bobby Blackjack.
One time I had a dream like that turned into, or tried to turn into, a nightmare. Like some monster or something came up from out of nowhere and was trying to chase me. And I was like, and at first I was like, of course, typical person, you see a monster, you don't run, you get scared.
Right.
So I was running, and I was, of course, like a dream, you can't never really get away. So I was, and then I thought about it, and I was like, wait, I'm dreaming. This ain't real. Wait. And I just turned around and I stopped, and the monster just came towards me. And then it looked at me, and then it walked away. And I was like, okay. And then I went on to, have a lovely dream time to myself,
Dude, I wish I could have done that with them colors that used to chase me when I was a kid. I dreamed about colors chasing me.
Colors
Like
chasing.
a blob of colors coming after me from all different angles, and I could never get away till they would corner me, and then I'd wake up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, one time I met a girl years later that she was talking about something like that. I'm like, wait, she same color used to chase her too. Yeah, it was real weird. I was a kid too, and I was a kid in the dream with these colors wave like paint coming at me from over here. I could never get away from them. I wish I could have said, hold up, I'm dreaming. Fuck these colors and shit, make them stop.
Colors.
Yeah,
That
colors.
low state. I'm telling you, man. There's a reason you a different kind of individual.
I used to have paint face. Colors used to corner me every time. I could never get away from them.
There is a
No
reason
matter
you are a
what,
different
no matter
individual.
what I would do, man.
Okay.
I'd
Okay.
turn one way and it would be coming from there. Turn this way, coming from there. Cut it. So yeah, so we're gonna probably cut this short already. I mean, it's
No,
not
I
that
think
short.
we there.
We're probably done. If nobody called in or anything. So anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Okay, Mugwort.
Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Taboo Tuesday with the word petition. And it's also it's almost a two-parter tomorrow. It's a Taboo Tuesday where I'm pretty much the one talking with Tiffany, and then her friend Zana Z, author, poet, comes into it. So it's almost a Taboo Tuesday, Long Live the Arts kind of episode for tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And then we'll be back here live again on Wednesday. Forget what the topic is, but either way.
Isn't that Frankie Stall?
That's right. We got a guest on Wednesday. Frankie Starwood, activism in the next generation, something like that.
Looking forward to that.
So make
Can't
sure
wait to
y'all
meet
tune
that
in for
sister
that on
again.
Wednesday, and then Thursday, it's a Long Live the Arts special with returning guest Bleak Haven, the gentleman that made that comic book that we interviewed way back. They're doing something different now, so that'll be this Thursday because it is art. So that's why it's premiering on Thursday. Long Live the Arts. These gentlemen do some good with these characters that they draw, and they're all about, they're superheroes, but they all do good things.
Right.
It's like they're good superheroes, like they're monsters like looking things, but they do good things. So their message is really nice that they're putting out there.
And this one I found really interesting because they went straight comedy with it, and I really found it funny. So yeah, if you're looking for something a little more lighthearted, hey, we all know the world right now is real dark and serious. So yeah, nothing wrong with
Expensive. That's what makes it dark.
man. That's the darkness right there. But yeah, so please check it out. It's called Brynock the Destroyer, and we're going to be interviewing them on this Thursday's episode coming up. So please check that out.
And then Friday, of course, TGIF with the low in the road. Hopefully y'all tune in. We recap the week, tell you what's upcoming, and go check out last week one. And then go on to our social media and check out the actual events that went on that we didn't put on. Couldn't continue filming. So go check that out again. Puff Puff Poetry. Go check them out anywhere you can.
And don't forget
people that are really good.
Don't forget the website, y'all. If y'all do want to find out about any of our affiliates or any of our partners that we're working with, please check out the website, www.thedailysmoke.com. And if you want to donate, please hit up Cash App, $TD Smoke.
Yeah.
We appreciate anything you guys might be able to do. All we're trying to do is bring you the best possible content we can, and say
Right,
we're gonna
right.
be here. We're gonna make sure that you guys are entertained and hopefully educate you just a little bit
Just
at
a
the
little
same
bit,
time.
you know,
Just a little
with what we can anyway. So we're trying to do this as best we can. Again, it's all for you, the people. It's the people's podcast. It's all about you. So make sure you go to the website and experience. Come have an experience with us. Whether you just want to be studio audience, you got something to say, come say. You got something to sell, come sell it. Whatever, just be part of this because it's all about you. So make sure, again,
Thank you, Tamia. We appreciate you being there. You too, Tiffany and Danessa. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you all, the rest of the crew. Thank y'all for being here to support us like everyone else does.
Ronnie Deadfoot too.
Ronnie Deadfoot is also on there. Appreciate you, brother, for being there with us. Anyways, I'm Brother Los.
Brother Jam.
Brother Black, eh?
And we're the Daily Smoke, and we're out.
Peace.
Peace.